Panda. Good morning, pandas. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you can join us today. Hey, pandas. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Alan Muazia from Kenya. Welcome from Kenya. I'm not sure if you've ever been on the stream, but welcome to the stream. This is your first time. Nuno Conteo, France. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. Murtazo Muchala. Today looks like a really confusing day to trade. Strong uptrend within the range. Must wait for a key entry point. Henster K. Good morning from Cali. Phil W. Fellow Panda. Good morning. Pandas from Toronto. A Panadian here. Jason. The most trusty, faithful mod anyone could ask for. Truly, Jason, if you ever leave, you will be missed. Mazar Ali. Good morning, good morning. From Toronto as well. Brandon Jones from Florida. Steve T from California. Good morning, good morning. It must be really early in California. Really early in Texas. El Jimmy has just become a member for 3 months straight. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the free coffee. Donating coffee for me every morning, guys. Appreciate it. Good morning, good morning. You becoming pandas, giving me coffee, will intrinsically make this stream better. So you guys donating coffee to me actually helps you by giving you better content. So you're kind of investing in yourself. Think about it. Sleepy Joe from Australia. Good morning. Good morning. Australia. I guess that's like late at night in Australia, huh? Like kind of later. Maybe like 9 p.m. maybe. 10 p.m. Kelly from Jersey. East Coast. Fellow East Coaster. Good morning. Good morning. Alberto. Hey, good morning, brothers from Colombia. Let's go, baby. Colombia. Vamos, baby. Vamos, baby. Good morning, good morning. Hey, AJ Santa Maria. Thanks for joining. Thanks for becoming a panda recently. Nuno says, it's the second time I'm watching your stream. I kind of like it. Okay, second time. Well, I appreciate the good vibes. Do appreciate it. I hope you continue to join us. Good morning from Ontario, Bill Jesso. Hey, good morning. Hey, guys. Welcome to the stream. I'm Buy My Money. And you are watching live scalping on the E-mini futures. Welcome, 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 everybody. Hey, guys, make sure you fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think today is. Most of you guys think currently it's trading range day, but only 37 votes. It helps a lot if you guys give your votes so we can get a good idea of what the community thinks. Sleepy Joe says 11:30 p.m. is U.S. Open for me. Wow, man, you guys are dedicated. Thanks for joining the stream. I bet you guys are happy I only, stream for about an hour, maybe hour and a half, because by that time it's around 1 a.m. for you guys. So, all right, pandas. Hey guys, let me go over what's happening in the stream. I'm Baba Money, and we are scalping the E-mini. I scalp only one single instrument, the E-mini futures, S&P futures. And I use only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. I look for this one single setup. It's a move that looks like this. It's just 2 moves up or 2 moves down. In the right context, this is a greater than 90% probability to make a point on the E-mini. And for every contract, 1 point is $50. Currently, I'm up to 3 contracts, trading 3 contracts now. And so that means $150 per trade. And hopefully, one of them could be a runner, so we'll see. So we like to find this pattern in key areas such as moving averages, trend lines, channels. So for instance, if I move this two-legged pullback to the screen right here, we have a two-legged pullback right here. First pullback, first entry, second pullback. We also say A, B, C pattern. Exact same thing. Good signal bar off the 20 MA makes enough for a scalp. Not only a scalp, but an entire swing right here. So we define these in these type of key areas such as the moving averages, trend lines. If you want more information about the setup, you can check out the description below. There are playlists that goes into more details about the setup. Also, we trade pure price action. This is a price action pattern that we look for. And so we trade pure price action here. That means that we have minimal indicators. We have the 20 MA, we have the 240 SMA, and we have a custom indicator that automatically counts legs and finds second entries for us, which are entries after the two-legged pullback. It's a simple color scheme. Dark red and dark green numbers are second entries. So we have a dark red number right here. That means that's a second entry. We have a dark green number right here. That means this is a second entry. And if you're new to the channel, if you just look to the right, you can see a diamond on the right side of the chart. This diamond will tell us what kind of leg it will be if it reverses at the diamond. The diamond is always placed at the stop entry where we try to enter in a trade. So if we were to enter here, we actually have a Pikachu, and this is kind of advanced setup, but this is a Pikachu. If you want to know what Pikachu is, you can check out the frequently asked questions below. But you can see with the color here is a magenta diamond, but inside this magenta box, there is a dark green one. So this is both a trap and a two-legged pullback. A, B, C is a very small two-legged pullback, but it's a two-legged pullback, and also it's a trap because if you go to the other side, A, B, C, this is making less than a point currently, and if it reverses, it would be both a second entry and a trap all in one spot. So those are called Pikachus because the pattern looks like a Pikachu. But all you have to do is focus on the right side. You can see what kind of, if it's a second entry or not, or a trap. And so that's why we just look at this diamond on those key areas. Also, there is a trading range indicator that uses pure price action to identify these trading ranges. So these horizontal lines are actually marked by the trading range indicator. So you can see the trading range indicator marked the trading range right here, marks the trading range right here. It's marking a trading range right now. So if you like more information about either of these indicators, you can check out the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. The URL is in the bottom right of your screen. Also, a link in the description. Pandas, that's it for the introduction. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys can join us. Now, as you guys are rolling, let me say good morning to a few more pandas here. Hey, good morning, Kelly Ann. Good morning, Sleepy Joe. Good morning, SW Blaze from Chicago. Good morning, guys. Hey, man. Welcome to the stream. Vamos, baby. Let's go, baby. Kaja Egi. Man, I can say this in almost, I'm going to learn this in every language. Since our community is worldwide, hey, let me know in the chat, how do you say let's go, baby, in your native tongue? We got 103 hey, make sure you hit that like button. Hitting that like button helps to support the stream. Not only that, it helps other people find the stream. And so you hitting that like button also helps others out. For those who are looking for content like this but do not yet know that this content exists because the YouTube algorithm has not yet pushed it to them. So you hitting that like button encourages the YouTube algorithm to let others know about the stream. So you hitting that like button not only helps the stream, but helps other people out in the entire world. A lot of these people are probably part of the stream because of you hitting that like button. So do appreciate it. If you guys speak any other language than English, hey, let me know in the chat. How do you say let's go, baby? Brian Davila always wants me to get drunk. Let's go, baby. Yasin HLK says, Yalla Habibi. Yalla Habibi. Hey, let me know what language that is as well. Let me know what language, because I actually don't know what language that is. Gonna repin this because I want to know what language you guys are speaking as well. Market's about to open in 5 minutes, pandas. I'm gonna end the poll here. We got 64 votes. 5 minutes. I'm gonna let you guys know what I think it is gonna be. Portuguese says, Bora, let's go. Bora, let's go. That's English. It's mostly English when you say that. Arabic. Yalla Habibi. Beautiful, beautiful. Arabic is such a hard language to learn, in my opinion. Ending this poll, 51% of you guys think it's going to be a trading range day today. I'm going to let you guys know what kind of day I think it's going to be. And for that, I'm going to check out the daily here. The daily, man, I'm still looking at this huge bull bar here, hitting the top of the channel with follow through. Typically, if there is follow through after a big bull bar like this, there is typically another push up. Now, I'm not saying that you just go long if we break the top of this wick, or we just go long whenever, but typically that's what happens. Most people wait for some sort of follow through. For instance, you have this big bull bar, and you have a doji bar, and there's follow through on the next bar. But there's, of course, exceptions, right? I mean, you have this big bull bar with follow through, right? With a confirmation bar, another bull bar, and slight follow through, but keeps going up. But within this one candle, right? That's on the daily. That's a big range, right? That's a big up and down, right? That's pretty much a trading range. But this confirmation kept going up a little bit higher. Here's an exception: big bull bar, follow through, a little bit higher, right? Such as this, right? A little bit higher. And then that ends up being the top of the trading range, and then boom, reverses down. That was like the top. But typically after a big bull bar with confirmation, you're thinking, right, continuation of an uptrend. Also notice on the E-mini, every single pullback resulted in a new all-time high. Right? Big pullback here, all-time high. Right? Pullback here, all-time high. Pullback here, and most likely, probably all-time high. That's what I'm thinking. Most likely. So sooner or later, I think all-time high. I'm not sure it's gonna be today, tomorrow, sometime this week, but time will tell. I'm not exactly sure. So with that being said, pandas, I'm actually confused. I do not know what's gonna happen today. I'm leaning towards bullish day. Maybe make a new all-time high today. But when I look at the current price action, it's telling me trading range. Right, the current price action, when we look at what we have here on the charts right before us, right, any relevant information, this is telling us currently trading range. The trading range is it's pretty large though, right? The 10K shows us more clearly the trading range. The 10K chart right here is a trading range, and I think it's a little more clear on the 10K chart. And as you can see, we hit the top of the trading range here, and we're reversing at this moment. The trading range is only about 5 points large, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little less than 5 points. But currently, this is what I'm seeing on the 10K chart. And honestly, this might be even a major trend reversal, right? You have break of trend, new high, lower high here, and potential trap trade right here. So we got a mix of things. The couple things is this: all-time highs right here is about a stone's distance away, stone's throw away. And you have about, you have this measure move that's yet to be hit. From here to here to here to here. And this measure move is still valid. It can still hit it. And so, with this trading range and all of these, you know, kind of clear targets in my mind, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm leaning towards a bull day today. But could be trading range. I'm not sure. It's a tough one. It's a tough one for me. And with it being tough, I'm just gonna have to let the current price action tell us what's going on. We got about 1 more minute till market open. Hey pandas, let's get the best setups today. We're getting the best setups. We're finding 2-legged pullbacks, and we're gonna scalp the E-mini today. Pandas, we're gonna get some awesome setups today. Brenda says, Bora means let's go. How do you say baby in Portuguese? Oh, I see. It's just baby. Bora baby. E andiamo. Whoa, that is really different than I thought. E andiamo, Italian. Yasin asks, how many contracts you are allowing for today? I'm just trading 3 contracts. Okay, market is open, pandas. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's find the best setups here. I'm just focused on this trading range right now, from here to here. If I can draw a larger one, something like this, something along these lines right here. This is the trading range that I'm seeing, this big blue box. We have broken this one. Potential H4 setup here. If the Fed is speaking today on Wednesday, then maybe we can be slow until then, but Brandon Jones says, hey, just FYI, there are 2 high volatility news events 15 minutes after open. He wants to mention it for us. Appreciate that, Brandon. H4 lost. And we're on the rise here, pandas. We're on the rise. Not exactly sure what's going to happen if we hit the top of this box, right? We're coming up, down, broke out of it, failed breakout, failed breakdown. Is this going to be a successful breakout now once we hit up here? Who knows? All I know is that we're in a trading range. Not exactly sure what's going to happen here. Whoa. So some crazy volatility right now. Market is confused in my opinion. That was wild. It popped up, popped back down immediately. If we hit the top, if we break yesterday's high again, I'm thinking we can go up. We can have another push up. But this is reversing at the moment, pandas. I mean, we're just in this trading range, so these big movements, I actually don't really care. I don't really care about these big movements. I only really care once the big movement happens outside of this trading range. But within this trading range, like anything can really happen. And so I'm just like, you know, big movements can happen. And notice this, panda. Something very interesting happened yesterday. We had this yesterday. This is actually incredible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits on the exact same spot. Our Brooks would call this a ledge. And when you see this happen, this typically means that we're in a key area in the market. I'm not sure why it's a key area, but the price action is telling us this is a key area. And typically when we pop up above it, we break below it because this ends up being a trading range. And in the trading range, you have a whole bunch of failed breakouts, failed breakouts. So failed breakout, failed breakdown, failed breakout, failed breakdown. And so this little like cluster of candles right here let us know that we're going to start entering to a trading range. Right? Very strong. Like, that's pretty rare to have that many perfect hits. 6 hits in a row, exact same spot. And then when it finally breaks out, comes back down, right? This is revealing to us that we had a trading range upcoming. That's, in my opinion, that's what it was telling us. Yeah, it could be a crazy day today. It could just be up, down, up, down, up, down day today. Hey, but pandas, if you just focus on like the 10K chart, then you know what? I forgot to let me reload this. I didn't reload this one yet. Give me a minute, about a minute here to reload this. So as long as we're in this trading range, anything can go, in my opinion. You know, it's just. But yeah, Al Brooks would say that this is a ledge. There's multiple hits, and these ledges often create trading ranges. And as we can see here, I think it's evidenced here. $10K chart. Potential trap on the 10K chart, pandas. But notice the 10K chart slicing in and out of the 20 EMA at this moment. But we also, even though we're slicing in and out of it, we are still pretty much above the 20 EMA. Currently creating a lower high, a sort of head and shoulders pattern here, but also trading range, right? We have this trading range, and it's pretty apparent in the 10K chart. Spikes, actually, look at this spike. Spikes down to the bottom trading range, comes right back up to the top of the trading range. Gonna get rid of this. A little too much noise on my chart right now. So the market's wondering, are we gonna hit the measure move, and are we gonna make an all-time high today? I think the market's waiting for some more price action to tell us that. Currently choppy though. Hey, why the market's choppy? Let me go over some of your chats. Any questions? Don't feel free to don't be afraid to ask. Hey pandas, make sure you hit that like button. Let's try to get to 100 likes before 9:45. Let's try to get to 100 likes. YYU asks on what chart you are on. I'm using the E-mini futures 2000 tick chart. Ehi andiamo. Ehi andiamo. Alright, now within the 2K chart, we're just in this small trading range. Barely enough room to make a scalp here. I'm not interested in scalping this at all. Just too much within it. Some traders might just buy limit orders right here. Limit orders right here. Not exactly sure what's happening. As this market is getting choppy. Vlad says, I just scalped at the 817 time bar. I'm guessing, I don't know where that 817 time bar is. Maybe 917 right here. Scalped. I'm not exactly sure what that is. But hey, congrats. Congrats. Brian asked the question, I noticed in your indicator there's multiple two-legged pullbacks. Aren't two-legged pullbacks supposed to reset after the first one? Depends on how you want to count it. If you count according to MAC, price action trading system, then he resets it after every two-legged pullback. In fact, yeah, it's not a two-legged pullback unless the count resets. For instance, you need to have a new low here and two-legged pullback. And so for those who want to use max, counting system, you just have to find a pullback after a 2. So when there's a 2, the next pullback will be a second entry according to Mac. But Al Brooks, he considers any pullback after the second one a continuation or a chain of second entries or a chain of two-legged pullbacks. And so here's a two-legged pullback. Right? It's just a chain of two-legged pullbacks, A, B, C. And so you have a two-legged pullback here, but you have another two-legged pullback here because it's just a chain, A, B, C, another two-legged pullback. It's just 2 moves down. And so when you have these 2 moves down anywhere, that is a two-legged pullback. And so it depends on how you want to count. You can count it, if you don't count it according to Mac, then you have to only take second entries after 2s, right? You got to find a 2 here and then find the next reversal. If you want to do according to Al Brooks, anything beyond 2 is a second entry. So, and I'm more in line with Al Brooks in that regard, to be honest. I mean, we're in this trading range within the 2K chart. It's pretty clear in my opinion. What's gonna happen, pandas? I'm not sure. I mean, we're just in this trading range, so let's check out the 5-minute. The 5-minute sometimes gives us more information. The 5-minute is also trading range, and big bull bar, big bear bar. Confusion shown on the 5-minute. 1, 2, 3 overlapping bars on the 5-minute. That could set the tone for the rest of the day. It could be in a trading range today, but that was like a there was actually an H4 or L4 setup right here. Let me reset that. Yeah, that was an L4 setup. Missed L4 on the 5-minute, but I don't know if I would have taken that. It's so choppy. I'm not sure if I would have taken that regardless. We have a two-legged pullback at the bottom of this channel. I'm almost tempted to take this because we've been stuck here for so long. I'm like almost tempted to take this higher low two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Higher low two-legged pullback, but I'm skipping it, man. It's just confusing. Brian asks, is there a panda coin? Hey, the E-mini is the panda coin. This is my coin right here. Brian DeVille asks, Panda, are you buying any crypto? I was thinking about buying some Bitcoin, but I think Bitcoin has a little more room to go down. I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere, to be honest. But the thing about Bitcoin is like, I mean, I believe in price action, but I've never seen a commodity affected so much by like one tweet or just one news, one news item. When China says we're gonna cut down on crypto because now we care about the environment, the Bitcoin drops like 10%, and I think it's just like, I think that's wild. So, and if Elon Musk tweets Dogecoin, Dogecoin's better than Bitcoin, it's just like crashes Bitcoin. It's crazy. Like that scares me, and for it to be in my mind, it's like confusing, right? Because you're thinking Bitcoin to be a long-term investment, but also you're thinking Bitcoin to be a very risky investment. And so it's just like, what is it really, right? Is it actually a safe investment or is it a risky investment? And it's so volatile. It's just like in your mind, it's so volatile, but at the same time you're thinking it's not going anywhere. So it's very hard. But yeah, only crypto I'd buy probably is Bitcoin. Yeah, since not much is going down, much is happening right here. I was thinking about taking this second entry, but I don't know. It wasn't the best. I just wasn't feeling it. The main reason being is because we actually hit the top here, and so from here to hit the top here, typically you're expecting two legs down now after this, right? But from this hit top from the from the hit from the top here, there was not two legs down. It's just one leg down. So I was actually expecting one more push down from there. That's why I didn't take that long. But I mean, we're in the trading range, so if you took that long, I wouldn't, be mad at you. I would understand, but not for me. I was expecting one more push down for that, but. AJ Santamira says, it's a bet. If you get in, make sure it's money you don't need. Disposable income. Kellyanne says, my son sold his at 8K and is still crying over it. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That's sad. That is mighty sad. Actually, I had a limit order to buy 3 Bitcoins at $3,000 on that crash before this huge rise. And it went to like 3,100 some dollars, and it didn't hit my limit order, and it just reversed right there. And I was like, I'm just gonna wait until it hits my limit order at 3K, thinking big round number, most likely gonna hit it, and it never did. It just missed it by like $100, and that was my one like chance I could have gone to Bitcoin. And from there it went up to like what 50, 60K or something like that. I would have. Yeah, that would have been nice, but hey, it is what it is. I had my plan, I stuck to it, and it just didn't work out. Okay, according to chat, there is some news item right now. I'm not sure. I'm just looking at the price action, and if this starts to break out, then it is what it is. Just not exactly sure what's gonna happen here because of how strong I feel like the price action is telling us trading range. I mean, when I see this, I'm just like, man, we are stuck. We're stuck here. We're kind of like just stuck in this. We've been stuck in this, so I think we're gonna continue to be stuck in this until we're no longer not. The 5-minute big bull bar, big bear bar, big bull bar again. Interesting. Very interesting as well. It didn't close beneath yesterday's close. So since it didn't close right beneath it, you actually used that support. That could be, the support it needs to go up. Regardless, if this goes up, if this is a trading range, just come right back down. We do have a breakup trend here. No new low, but we have higher low here, second entry higher low, perhaps a trap here, not exactly sure. Closing above the small trading range in the 2000 tick chart. Let's see what happens. But Kellyanne says there will be another quote-unquote Bitcoin. I think what she means is like there will be another bubble. I'm not sure if she means like there will be another altcoin, but I think what she's getting at is like there will be another big thing, another bubble-like commodity that will happen. I'm not sure if it would be another cryptocurrency, but it's going to be something that's just going to explode, and you're just going to have to, be one step ahead of the game. Hey, Pandas, we got about 200 concurrent viewers, but 66 likes. Pandas. Please hit that like button. Helps the stream out a lot. Real Idiot asks if I can link us to the background music. Sure. To be honest, it's all like the YouTube royalty-free music. So I just like scour the YouTube. The thing about like the YouTube royalty music, it's kind of hard to find the nice ones for like background music. Most of them are pretty terrible actually, but there are some pretty good artists there, and so I'll link it to you guys if you guys are really interested. I mean, there was a big news item at 9:45 apparently, but I don't see anything happening here, so I'm just looking at price action. So regardless if I knew there was news or not, I'm just seeing price. We're just trading range. Continue to be in trading range. Now we have a lower high potential L4 setup here. Most likely come back to the bottom of this trading range. Most likely, but we'll see. Regardless, I'm not interested in going short with this kind of signal bar on the lower high setup. Even on these lower high setups, I would like a better signal bar than that. We lost our L4 setup because this pivot broke below this pivot low. So that reset the count for us. That's why this used to be a 4, now it turns to a 1 because it's now a 1. The count's reset. This is a potential Pikachu at the top of a trading range, not interested. Something interesting happening here. We are getting some sort of channel going on here. But like I said, most likely hit the bottom of this trading range. Most likely. So it could be like 51%. But that's just most likely. It's leaning towards, slightly leaning towards coming back to the bottom trading range, in my opinion. But not enough for me to make a trade on, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna risk like, you know, $600 thinking we're gonna hit the bottom trading range. Brandon Joe says you should switch the music to Flight of the Valk. I think it's just people will just get so stressed, and I think I don't know. I think I will lose my monetization if I do that. I don't have any copyright. I can't play any copyrighted music. But that would be intense. That'd be awesome. But hey, with more and more donations and more joining the stream, it might be worth for me to invest in some sort of music copyright, licensing, so I can play some better music for y'all, since you guys are the ones supporting me in the stream. Lido asks a very interesting question. Sorry, let me go over some of your chats. I missed a couple of these. You guys have some interesting things to say. You guys said. Ben Amos says it's got a lot. I'm guessing he's talking about Bitcoin. Ben Amos says it just keeps crashing and the news acts like isolated events. Sold all my big at BTC, I'm guessing, 62,400 and sitting on sidelines to go back in. The no real value except for to pay for crimes. Interesting. Well, congrats on selling. It seems like on the really close to the highs. Congrats on that. JT Carper says old classical music is public domain, no copyrights. Interesting. Hey, Daniel I, seriously, if you can write some music for this stream, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. That would be awesome. Maybe if you email me at support@twoleggedpullback.com, we can set something up. I would pay for some good music. Mpoon asks, please white background on chart. I personally cannot trade on white backgrounds. My eyes will just bleed. Lido asks, any advice on studying Al Brooks and applying it to trades? I have the course, but sometimes all the info makes it hard to break down into simple way to understand. For those who don't know who Al Brooks is, this trading system that I'm using is pretty much a hybrid based off of Mac from Price Action Trading System and also Al Brooks from Books Trading Course online. And Al Brooks is like the father. He's coined the father of, really the godfather of price action. Like, he literally wrote the book on it. And the thing is, if you read his books, or if you even listen to Al Brooks, this guy is like, he's a robot. He's just as dry as can be, no frills. It's just pure information. And for a lot of us, that's very difficult. Like I said, top trading range to the bottom trading range, most likely is going to happen. But man, it's so choppy to get there. I'm just like, I was not interested in that trade. But that's what I thought was going to most likely happen. Come back to the bottom of this trading range. Anyways, Al Brooks also has like online videos. I highly recommend his videos online over his books because he gives you like examples of every single thing that he's talking about. And so that, pictures are worth 1,000 words. So I just think, yeah, I think it's worth its weight in gold. And so I'm not endorsed by him in any way, but or affiliated, you know. But you know, that's what I use, and so that's what I learned. But to learn how to use the stuff, he really is more a holistic approach. I think if you get through like the first part of his stuff, it's more like, it's more comprehensive. It's just like you kind of learn the alphabet. You're learning the alphabet in the first like portion of his studies, and after that you start to learn some phrases, and after that you can like hopefully write some paragraphs and make some sense and have some reading comprehension of the market. And so for him, he has a couple setups though, and I think once you get a hang of this reading price action, he has about 10 setups that he likes, and these setups are for free on his website. If you go to his website, I'll link it in the chat. But if you go to his website, he actually has free setups that I use all the time, and that's what I look for. So for instance, I always talk about major trend reversal. Where did I get that from? I got that from his website for free. And if you are, let me see if I can find it right now. Here we go. And he also talks about the two-legged pullback. You know, and so with all of these things, you can apply, you know, all the things he's learned. But really, when it comes to certain setups, these 10 setups are the ones that I like. Always in long, always in short. But I don't trade those. I trade purely the two-legged pullback, and also I look for major trend reversals. But within the major trend reversal, I also look for two-legged pullbacks. So if you look at the link I sent, those are like the... so right now what we see here is this. This will be one of the patterns you talk about. You talk about breakdown and then break a trend, and when we come back, we're making a double bottom right here. And with this double bottom, possible reversal, right? 1, 2, actually we're making a triple bottom where this bottom is higher than the previous bottom. And so this is actually not a bad place to go long, in my opinion. You know, but with his style, with that, if you're gonna trade this, you gotta have enough risk reward to make this worth it. So you're gonna risk this, but it's gonna be low probability. Very good risk reward, but very low probability. So you're gonna have your entry right here. You're already in this trade. You have your stop below here, and you have some sort of 2 to 4, or sorry, a 1 to, or like a 3 to 1, 2 to 1, some sort of risk ratio like that. That's not a bad trade. I should have gone long there, but that's kind of busy talking about Albrooks. But triple bottom at the moment, and he would call this, right, essentially a triple bottom, right? Break of trend, triple bottom, and this is a good place to find it, and maybe look for some sort of trap trade, higher low setup here. Yeah, Kellyanne says, the problem for me is Al Brooks is a swing trader. That's true. He focused on swing, but he also is a scalper. And the scalps that he will do is just like, you know, go long right here. Just go long. When this huge big bull bar, go long right there, and you can scalp out. You know, he'll say things like that. Two-legged pullback, he'll scalp those out. Skrbeski asks, why not do some always in long shorts plays? Is it just to feel comfortable? No, I mean, the whole thing about this channel is that we're trading two-legged pullback. And so if I start to go always in long, we're no longer trading two-legged pullbacks. But I have nothing against always in long. And maybe sometimes off stream, I might do always in long. I'm like, man, I just got to get in. I just got to get in anywhere. And so sometimes I'll just go in long, maybe with one contract and scalp out 1 point. You know, just little things like that. But Jason just said he got this long right here. Jason, hey, show some love to our mod. Jason's been telling me he's been struggling with some like paralysis when he comes to enter trades. But hey, man, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Hey, show Jason some love. But that was a good setup. You know, if I wasn't talking so much, I might have entered there, but. Is this the break? Is this the triple bottom breakout that we need? Is this the breakout that we deserve and what we're looking for? Kellyanne says he doesn't like how the 5-minute looks. I do not like how the 5-minute looks either. This is so choppy on the 5-minute. I mean, if this is indicative at all to today's price action, what kind of day is going to be? Trading range day today for sure. Notice this higher low on the... Yeah, higher low setup on the 10K chart, making a scalp. But we're still in the trading range, even on the 10K chart, in my opinion. Just choppy day today. And these breakouts, they look strong, but be very wary of any breakout you see today, in my opinion. Most of us would think, okay, let's look for some sort of two-legged pullback back to the 20 EMA and let's go long. But in my opinion, that's a dangerous thing to do in this choppy market. I probably feel confident knowing that we're out of the trading range when we start to break, maybe at all-time highs. I'm like, okay, now I see. Now we are in. Now we might be, you know, trending. But honestly, you know, I'm just thinking trading range. But nice scalp right there if you're able to get that. In fact, if you had a runner, you'll still be in the runner. I'm not sure how long you would like to hold your runner for, but that would be a runner maybe up to the top of the trading range, apparent trading range at least. Congrats, Jason. You just gotta, sometimes you gotta just take it. You know, everything's a risk. You gotta just take it. If you see a good setup, you have to be okay with losing the money, because in your mind, you're saying, that setup was worth it, right? I saw a setup that I liked. It was worth it. I'm willing, and if I lose money on that, I'm actually happy I lost money on that, because for me, that was a good setup, and that was worth the risk. Let's go, baby. So, in my opinion, it's just like, that's why we're just trying to find a bet. Like, people ask, like, what is your goal, daily goal? I mean, I have no daily goal. Like, I don't have a, you know, a fiscal daily goal. I'm not trying to make a certain amount of money per day. I'm trying to find the best setups possible using, you know, appropriate contract sizes, lot sizes with my capital. And if that happens to be, you know, makes me $500 a day, $1,000 a day, that's what it is. It is what it is. Before I did like a $500 a day thing, but even then, I would explain time and time again, I'm not even looking for $500 a day. I'm just looking for the best setups. So same thing applies here. And so we're just been stuck in this trading range, and that right there, I think was the best setup today so far. Unfortunately, terrible signal bar, right? But bottom of the trading range, triple bottom here, and you know, I think that was probably the best setup so far today. And I might have taken it, but I was kind of preoccupied talking about Al Brooks. Very interesting. Very interesting two-legged pullback. It's very teeny, but that is a two-legged pullback right there. And boom! Hit the top of the trading range, come right back to the bottom trading range. How incredible is that? That's why be very wary of any breakouts. Like when we see this, we're like, oh, we're going up forever. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Gotta notice, you gotta recognize the market cycle we're in. Kern says, took short fade breakout. Let's go, baby. Hey, Kern, I haven't seen your name in a long time. Thanks for the input. Hey, give Kern some love. Yeah, that also was a not a bad setup to take, right? Just thinking, coming back into trading range, got that scalp, and you notice a lot of people scalped right there because of how strong this moved, how that spikes down. You know, that's when you kind of know you're in a good scalp, when it scalps out so quick like that. Right back to the bottom of the trading range, pandas. The trading range indicator, I'm telling you, man, like, I get shocked at how well it works. And I'm not just saying because I made it. I'm just saying it because I made it according to price action rules. And it just happens to be so spot on. Like, when it's trading range, man, it's so spot on. Like, I cannot tell you how spot on this thing is. Like, this thing, it was made automatically. I didn't put these anywhere. It's just use price action rules, and it's making this trading range. And guess where it hit perfectly? Hit the bottom of trading range like perfectly. It's bouncing off of it. Right, perfect hits right here. Right. In fact, this is what started to create the trading range. Right. These hits, the price action. You know all the. You know if you go into the website and look at the tutorial section, you can see exactly what price action rules I'm using to create this trading range. And basically, what it's doing is just trying to find the most hits on any single spot. And so here we have the most hits here. Right, on this one line, most hits here on this line. So that's what I mean. It uses pure price action. It's actually looking at the price action, and from that price action, creates this trading range. Kern was on a holiday. Hey, welcome back, Kern. Glad you're back. I should just be taking every single second entry in the bottom of trading range and on the top of the trading range. Look at all of the red numbers here. This red number, right? This means that it's a trading range. Sorry, this means that's a second entry. This second entry here, scalps. Second entry here, scalps. Second entry here, scalps. Second entry here, scalps. As long as it's in the bottom of the trading range, top of the trading range, yeah, those are all good for scalps there. That's what I should have done. Recognizing that we were in a trading range pretty much from way back. Trading range indicator actually recognized the trading range right here, and so by this leg here, it already realized the entire range of this trading range. It identified it way back here, and so you have, this is actually not much you can do here. This is the first entry you could have really got into using the information. Second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, potential 5 scalps here. Dinar, congrats. Let's go, baby. Hey, everyone's making money except me. All right, guys. Let's get into let's get a scalp here. Let's do this. Let's go, baby. All right. Very wary of any type of breakouts today. Strong bull bar. Rin S. I'm not sure. Do you have the latest version of the trading range indicator? There was one update on it. Rin says that his trading range looks a little different than mine. There was actually one update. You may need to, if I refresh it, it actually might change the trading range indicator. It might actually change the range on us, but if you need to refresh, you can right click and it says reload reload Ninja Script. If you right click on the chart, you can see an option to reload Ninja Script. If it doesn't match with mine, but the price action looks the same, then you might need to update your trading range indicator. You can do that if you are a member of the twolegpullback.com. You can go to the download section and find an update there. Look at the 5-minute chart. This is absolutely just chop city. We do have a trap on the 10K chart, pandas. The 10K, the funny thing is, even though we're in trading range, the 10K is still gliding above the 20 MA. Which is actually incredible. This might be the burst. This might be a breakout here, pandas. I'm just wary of any breakouts, but this might be the breakout. Perfect hit at the bottom of the trading range. strong bull bars, right? We're seeing some buying pressure here. And with, you know, you can kind of lean the favor of where you think it's going to break out by looking internally at the bars. And if there's kind of big bull bars ending near their highs, you know, more bull bars than red bars or bear bars, then, you know, you have kind of a little hint of maybe of knowing which direction this will break out. You can slightly lean the favor to one side or the other in terms of probability. But with that being said, because it's slight, big risk, big reward, but bad probability. Right? You're talking about maybe 40% probability, 60% probability, something like that. Like something almost around basically 50-50. I'm very curious if this trap triggers on the 10K chart, what's going to happen here? Measure move, possibly all-time highs. If this trap triggers on the 10K chart, something interesting could happen, but man, we're so choppy. I just don't know if this trap will really do much. Notice this, pandas. Breakout trend, right? We have this breakout trend. One hit, two hits, triple bottom. Third hit here. This triple bottom is higher than the previous triple bottom. This pivot low is now higher than this pivot low. We made a new pivot high. Pandas, this could be, if this was a breakout, I'm thinking it will break out to the upside. And it could be very soon. In fact, maybe it can spike down one more time. It might spike down to like the middle of the trading range and come right back up. But I'm thinking we're leaning towards a breakout to the upside. But because we have been in such a strong trading range, it's so choppy. The thing that's getting me right now is that, man, this 20 EMA on a 10K chart, that's funky, right? It's like, it's there. And it's acting as support. Like, surprisingly, still acting as support. Even though it's so choppy. It's like kind of choppy, but still going up above the 20 EMA. But hard for me to bank on a breakout either way. Like, I'm not going to trade the breakout. But I'm just thinking those are little hints that you can see of the price action. Right? Notice that this one comes to yesterday's close. Comes up. Hits the bottom of the trading range perfectly. Does a perfect reversal off of it. Comes back up and makes a new high. Something's happening here, right? Like there's some buying pressure building up within this trading range. And the 10K chart also letting us know a little hint that it's above the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. Even though 2K chart, we're just slicing in and out of it. The 10K chart is a little informative, telling us perhaps this is going to break out to the upside. Plus, we have all of these goals or these targets, right? We have the measure move here, all-time high right here. Pretty nice signal bar. This incredible. This is actually showing a 2 here, but that's because it was an outside bar. Outside bar is not accounted for. Whew. Alright, we have a second entry on the top of the trading range. Thinking breakout, but I'm not banking on any breakout here. But now the 20 EMA is above. Sorry, the 2K chart's above the 20 EMA now. I might be too eager looking for a breakout, even though I know clearly we're still in a trading range. To be honest, I'm just like, I'm not seeing anything clearly here. This is a little. Let's just say I've been burned here before on trying to trade these breakouts. I have been burned before. And I'm trying to take my past experience and recognizing that trading ranges are stronger than typically you may think. Just like trends could be stronger than you typically think, right? You're thinking, oh, there's no way this can keep going up, so I'm going to start going counter trend. That's the same kind of philosophy of trading ranges. You're saying this trading range, there's no way this trading range can keep going on like this. And so you try to trade counter trading range, which is you're trying to trade a breakout. And that typically ends poorly. And so trading range can last a lot longer than you typically can think. But the main thing that's getting me is this trap on the 10K chart. Like there's a trap forming on the 10K chart that is enticing me to go long. But the trap is in this chop right here, and so I'm kind of hesitant still. Right? The trap is here, but it's in chop, and I can't really trade that. Trading range also on the 10K chart, obviously here still. Oh, but it's not sure, pandas. It does poke above, so that means that 10K chart, 10K trap does trigger. Right, if we go to the 10K chart, the trap has triggered already. And it's made about 3-4 ticks. I mean, it's about 3 ticks so far. The 10K trap is looking nice at the moment, but still so choppy. Like I'm just not confident in any of these breakouts. Coming to the top of the trading range, this larger trading range here now. Going to the yesterday's high now again. So the thing about this strategy, pandas, is that I'm okay missing breakouts because that's not the strategy we're looking for. We're not looking for breakout setups. We're looking for trend that has been established, and then we look for two-legged pullbacks. Or we're looking for trading ranges that have been established, and we look for two-legged pullbacks, top of the range, bottom of the range. But for a breakout like this at the top of a trading range, we're not trying to make a bet off of that. We're not. In fact, most of the time we try to bet counter to that, and we're thinking we're coming back into the trading range most of the time. But this one's a little tricky. This one's a little tricky. Should I fade this? I'm not sure. If I were to fade this, I'll do a lower high fade. Ryan Shiner says, I'm in long at top of trading range. Try to swing this one. Yeah, I mean, if you have a swing, then you have to have appropriate swing. And you have to be ready to lose the entire swing position. The reason why I'm not going short here, which typically what you try to do on trading ranges is you try to trade a lower high setup here. The lower high setup is what we're looking for. And it's because something like this can happen. If this is a true breakout, then the first pullback will be minor. And so that's why I didn't want to trade that breakout, or this reversal here. Now this trap has triggered on the 2K chart, and we hit yesterday's high. And this could look for all-time highs now. This could really look for all-time highs, but we're still in this big blue trading range. So it's, on my part, confusion. I'm sitting on my hands. You can do what you want, but I'm sitting on my hands here. I'm not banking on a breakout here. I'm banking on the fact that most likely this trading range is still here, and we'll come back into the trading range. Mostly because the 5-minute, the first 10 candles, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About the first 7, 8 candles are so choppy, giving us, for me, the nature of today's market, which most likely will be trading range. So even though if this does pop up here in traps, I'm wary. I'm wary here of any breakout at this moment. That's just my opinion. Possible measure move though. Highest point of the consolidation to the lowest point of the consolidation. Potential measure move here. We hit yesterday's high, like one tick and reversing off of it. Very interesting. James Sokona says, scalp that last two-legged pullback. Let's go, baby. Congrats, James. Bora, baby. Portuguese. How do I say it in Italian? I forgot. It's so different in Italian. So interesting. Like, you would think the word baby is still, like, similar in most languages. Ryan says, I bailed after a 3-point scout. Hey, 3-point scout, that's pretty good. Congrats. Simone says, andiamo. 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 Ryan, Rin S now looks the same. Awesome. Okay, good job. Take this fail second entry short. I usually love traps. I love traps. But I cannot go long on the top of a trading range. It's against my religion. It's against my trading religion. I just can't do it. It looks so juicy though. It does look juicy. It does pop up really quick but reverses immediately. Typically what you do not want to see when you're in a trade. I almost want to take this reversal on the failed trap here. Kind of want to take this reversal. 3 pushes up. I'm not sure. Very, very tricky. This feels very counter trend for me to trade short here. It's not even a lower high setup, which is what I typically look for. It's reversing. It is reversing. Potential L4 setup here. That failed trap at that key area right there. That enticed me to want to go short here. I'm sitting on my hands. It feels too counter trend for me. Like I want a lower high setup. I want some bearishness before I go short. It's just a little too counter trend for me at the moment. Confusing. Man, thoughts and prayers to those who went long right there, though. They like popped up and just reversed. Jeez. That's why I didn't go long there. Because trading range, and I cannot go long on top of trading ranges. It just doesn't make sense, and that's one of the reasons why. This makes a perfect scalp so far. Absolute scalp made on the short. Maybe I should take that short, but Let me look at the higher time frames. Higher time frames, jeez. That's a good signal bar on a 10K chart. 5 minutes still looks very choppy. Like, in my opinion, every candle is telling me chop today. So I'm just not seeing, I'm not seeing the trend. I'm just not seeing a trend right now. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. I know a lot of us got really excited to see this movement here, and I too kind of got a little excited, but I'm just thinking trading range, because we've been in a trading range and I'm not convinced yet that we're out of the trading range. And so because of that, I didn't even take that long here, even though that came right after a breakout, and typically you find the trap after these breakouts, right? Because all of a sudden people try to trade counter trend, but at this point, because you're at the top of the trading range, that counter trend trade, quote unquote counter trend trade, ends up scalping you out. You end up scalping out right there. And not only that, if you went long here, you basically got stopped out if you had your stop loss right one tick below here. So very interesting. I'm just not liking this price action. It's not super clear to me. And because of that, I'm sitting on my hands, and this might be a dud day today, no trades. But I mean, expect it when you see the 5 minute look like this for the first hour. When 5 minute looks like this for the first hour, it's kind of hard to find a trade anywhere. First hour, the 10K looks like this, right? It's just up and down, big spikes. Ooh, I like this short here. I like this short here a lot on the 10K chart. But I'm skipping it. Potential L4 on the 10K chart. That'd be wild. L4 lost. Yeah, 10K chart, that was a nice scalp right there. I like that a lot. Very nice signal bar. Scalps out. Comes back up though. Hitting the top of the trading range now. I'm curious what's going to happen when it hits the top of this trading range. Very established trading range here. And it's hitting the top of it perfectly. Perhaps maybe acting as support now. But notice this, pandas. We have no two-legged pullback. Right? We have an optical two-legged pullback, or we call it a hidden second entry, or we can call it a implicit two-legged pullback. Al Brooks will call it implicit. Mac calls it hidden. I'll call it an optical two-legged pullback. It's basically, it's not technically a two-legged pullback because there's no break above previous candle's high, but because there's this green bar here, it has made the move of a two-legged move. It has gone down, up, and down, and that's a two-legged move in essence. What it is at its core, right? Two moves down, right? One move down and a move up and another move down. So I have an optical two-legged pullback here, or hidden second entry, or whatever you want to call it. But this could be, because some may consider this a two-legged pullback, and some may want to trade that. I'm gonna sit on my hands, but you might consider that to be worth it because we're bouncing off perfectly off the top of this trading range. So when you have kind of confirmation like that, right, micro double bottom top of the trading range and with an optical two-legged pullback, this might be enough reason for you to go long here. But I'm sitting on my hands. Scribeshi says, took the 10K short. Let's go, baby. Congrats. Everyone's taking these scalps. I'm the only one not making money today, but hey, pandas, I'm happy for you. Notice that the trading range indicator actually updated the trading range to be up here now, showing us that the most touches now is right here, expanding the trading range. Makes me think we might come back to the bottom trading range like crazy. Believe it or not, I think we come back to the bottom trading range. Lower high setup. So potentially this could be a trap second entry. Lower high setup. Not gonna be lazy here. I'm gonna mark this. Some may go short here. I think this trend line is blocking, so I'm not gonna take it. But some may go short here if it breaks the previous candle's low. This is a lower high setup, top of trading range, fading the breakout. Killian says, no trades for me yet, Panda, and I have been here since 7 a.m. Hey, sometimes the best trades are no trades. And the thing is like, you're thinking long term. You're thinking, hey, like, it might have worked out today, but tomorrow? Who knows? And so, you gotta stick to your guns, stick to your paws here. Yeah, this blue trading range. The reason why I didn't want to go long on that breakout is because trading range, right? And price action telling us we're so choppy right now, most likely any breakout will fail. Too much two-sided trading, right? That's what all of this price action, this choppy price action is telling us, two-sided trading. And so when it starts to break out, you're thinking more two-sided trading. And it's very, typically when you have a breakout, what you need is one-sided trading. You need very strong one-sided trading because the market's typically very balanced. And so once that balance shifts, it has to be a pretty strong shift in order for the market to really move. And so that's what the breakouts are for. But when you have all this price action that looks like this, that's kind of hard to come by. And a very strong shift on one way to another. Some may go short here, but I'm skipping this. Could be coming back to the bottom trade. Skrbeshki, thanks for joining the Panda Nation. I'm glad that, thanks for your support. I'm glad that you finally became a panda. Glad you are supporting the stream. Hey, enjoy your green name. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. Enjoy your priority to responding to comments and questions. And hey, enjoy your custom panda emoticons exclusive to pandas only. Let's go, baby. Hey, pandas, give Skrbeshki a nice warm welcome. Hell, Jimmy says, late today, glad I didn't miss much. No, you did not. I did not make any trades yet. Thanks, Skrbeshki. Honestly, I am really just, believe it or not, anytime someone becomes a member, I know it's like just $5 a month, but man, that means the world to me. If anyone becomes a member, it's just like, it just keeps me going, It's just like, I do this 100% for free, and, like, if I had 0 members, it wouldn't matter, and I'll probably still do this, but it helps. It's just so nice when there are people supporting you, and they kind of put their money where their mouth is, saying, hey, I support you, and I think your content's worth $5 of content a month for me. And so, it helps me with my morning coffee, and, it's just keeps me going, especially for the long term, thinking, hey, like, if I do get enough members, maybe one day, I can just do this full time. But hey, that's a long time from now, if you think about it. That's a very long time from now. Hell, Jimmy says, I wouldn't copy you anyways. Right now, this has just been story time. I've just been reading price action all day, but no trades, no actionable trades for me at this moment. But yeah, like I said, it's trading range. We're coming back straight to the bottom of this trading range again, pandas. This is how choppy we are. And like I said, the 5-minute was giving us the nature of today's market. And even though we saw the strong move up, thinking, man, we're going to blast off, and I even saw a trap on the 10K chart, thinking that could be it. This could be it. Look where we are now, pandas. Back to the bottom trading range. So some people took that lower high setup, which I was thinking about, but I didn't like that trend line blocking the way. Right? Trend line here, this could have been acting as support, which it did act as support for a little bit, but wasn't enough, and came back down. Still making higher lows here, right? This is higher. It didn't even touch the bottom trading range. Could be telling us something, but in my mind. If we break the top of the trading range, most likely we'll break the bottom of the trading range. That's typically what happens. So Kellyanne puts a good point. Either is this trading range expanding or is it a reversal? And that's kind of like the question. That's the hard question. I personally think we're still trading range because the price action looks so strong in terms of trading range. But you know, that's the perennial question, right? When it starts to reverse, will it become a trading range or will it be a full-blown reversal? And if I could give you like 100% answer on that, that would be I would not, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I would even be streaming. I would probably be living, you know, on a yacht somewhere in the middle of the ocean, just enjoying life. But, you know, if I knew the answer to that, but I don't. So I can give you maybe probabilities and help a little bit here and there, trying to figure out maybe leans the probability one way to another. But 100% guarantee is very hard to say, right? Are we going to be in this trading range or are we going to crash down now and just have a downtrend day today? I mean, looking at today's like candle right now on the daily, it's just, man, trading range at the moment. AJ Santamaria says, plus trading alone is boring. It is boring. You know, I can't say how awesome it is to have a like community, especially on days like this where I'm like kind of like not doing much, and I know that, you know, I'm probably not gonna do much, but you know, having the community here is just like, it's awesome. Interacting with you guys, knowing that there are other traders just being tortured by this market. Daniel I says, if this traps, he might take the short probably to the bottom of the trading range. Maybe I'll join you on that, but yeah, it has not technically trapped yet. It's giving a micro triple top. The market could be stingy, you know, and not giving us a trap, but again, I don't like to go short on bottom of trading ranges, so I probably will skip this if it does trap. And we're right in the middle of the trading range, so nowhere will I go long. Simple as that. Market looks like it's being stingy. Not going to give you that trap here, Daniel. But it might be a good news because who knows how far this will go. This could be a true breakdown though, right? The 10K chart is showing us, right, a pretty strong move below the 20 MA. But notice we've only pretty much had one close under 20 MA. One close here, reverse. One close here, reverse. One close here, huge bear bar, reversed. One close here, reverse. Every close beneath the 20 MA has reversed immediately. So take that with a grain of salt. Most likely will break the bottom of this trading range because it broke the top. Most likely will break the bottom. The big question is, will it come back up or will that continue to be a downtrend? Whew, I mean, we did hit the top of this. We might hit the bottom of the blue one. That's crazy. We might hit the bottom of the blue trading range, the bigger trading range here. Hard for me to say. JT Carpenter says hidden L4. I don't see it. I don't see a hidden L4. Are you talking about the 10K chart, JT Carpenter? Vlad says long on 2NL. I'm not sure what NL is. What do you mean by 2NL? Real Idiot asks, do you trade options or other products? That's a good question. Let me check on. I do trade options too. I do mostly wheels though. I've been doing mostly wheels. I have a very close eye on GME, and I'm thinking to go short on GME here, but we'll see. It's basically a trap right now on GME, a two-legged pullback trap. So I'm thinking maybe going short on GME, but we will see. I do not. This is not trading advice. Do not copy me, but I do some options trading, but mostly wheeling. But I'm thinking just straight up buying a put on GME soon. But we shall see. Because of the price action, mostly. Second entry long off the support line. Got it, Vlad. So he's thinking straight up two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Bottom of the trading range. I typically like to trade higher lows, lower highs on these trading ranges. And so I'm not going to take the first two-legged pullback, but I will take one if it looks like this. If it looks something like this, I will take that one. But as all things, I need pretty good signal bar. By the way, the 10K chart does close beneath the 20 MA. Let's see if the pattern continues. On the very next bar, will we close above the 20 MA? JT Carpenter says, GME just shut down a hedge fund. Yes, I heard about that. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to go short. Because they did their job. They did their duty. Craig K asks, what is a wheel? If you just look up options, wheel strategy, you can find it. But it's way too much information to explain on this channel. This is not an options channel. But, you know, basically, it's an option strategy that takes advantage of selling premium. So, and the main reason why I'm doing that strategy is because I just don't know what the market's gonna do. Getting choppy here at the bottom of the trading range. Notice we still haven't hit the bottom of the trading range. This is just, in my opinion, very hard to trade. Like, I might just close, you know, my charts and come back like, you know, 3 o'clock power hour and just see if there's anything worth trading. But right now, I'm just like, what I'm seeing, I'm just like, this is pure trading range day today. And the market knows it. The institutions know it. Market makers know it. There's just... But the volume's actually not bad. Volume's decent. I think volume's better than yesterday, to be honest. Like, yesterday's volume was terrible. Gimli asks, which stocks do you have for the wheel? I had Roku, Apple, AMD. I was wheeling all of those. I sort of want to wheel Tesla, but... And I like Baba a lot. I like Baba a lot. I might start wheeling Baba. I like Baba. I think I might enter a wheel in Baba soon. Mrs. Panda dropping off some coffee. Thanks, guys. This is for you. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. I like how like when the market's so slow, we just start to chat on the chat. I love your questions. Hey, yeah, let's go, baby. The Vila asks, Panda, do you play any video games? I play Warzone. You know, I don't know. Sometimes it's scary how triggering Warzone can be. It's like almost more triggering than trading range days like this. It's crazy. But yeah, I play a little Warzone. But just a little bit, not that much. Like I said, hard to go short on the bottom of the trading range, and you know this is why I wouldn't even take this trap. This is actually a higher low setup, failed trap, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 overlapping bars. No, thank you. Sorry, I wasn't sure if I'm muted or not. Was I muted? I don't know. But yeah, if I was muted, yeah, I play Warzone. So most triggering game of all time. Triggering game. Warzone triggering. There's a pun in there somewhere. There's a funny in there somewhere. Alright, guys. What do we have here? We just got some chop. This is just torture. Panda's unfortunate. I don't think I'm going to make any trades today. I just don't see it. Notice 10K chart. We broke down and we may come back up. That's what we've been seeing 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 times. Also notice this, we have a lower high here, right? We made this push up, and we reversed pretty strongly, breaking the trend. So that's the difference between this pullback and the other pullbacks, right? This is a pullback, but once we pushed high and we broke this trend, that kind of might tell us something here. But overall, pretty much very, very choppy. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 overlapping bars with 3 dojis in a row. How do you trade this, Pandas? You cannot. It's a higher low on the 2K chart, but man, Pandas, I just... Sorry guys, sorry for being muted. But yeah, I play Warzone, most triggering game of all time. And play a little bit. I don't play that much though. But it's pretty fun. Yeah, I really think today, like if I come back by like 2 o'clock, I wouldn't be surprised if we're just still in this blue box. This bigger blue box that I drew. This big blue rectangle, I most likely will probably still be in this blue rectangle. Are trading range days easy? Yeah, I guess. Trading range days are easy if you knew it was a trading range. That's why the trading range indicator is helpful. But, you know, I could have traded these trading ranges. Like, I could have gone long here. Could have gone long here. Could have gone short here. Potentially short here, but I didn't like this, you know, the way these candles looked at all. But that's all hindsight bias. I'm just trading this and yeah, I mean like the thing about the trading range, it helped me more on not entering trades. For instance, it helped me not enter this long here. So that's actually saved me money. Like I would have lost money there if I went long right there. So knowing it's in the trading range actually saved me money. Because typically I would go long after a breakout on that trap. But because I knew it was a trading range, I didn't go long there. Jeez. Alright, Pandas. I think that's gonna be it for the stream. I'm sorry, like we didn't have anything, but sorry I couldn't go into a trade for you, but hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed story time. Price action. It's basically like reading a book, and so just like reading a book and but for me, no actionable items, no actionable price action trading. So pandas, I'm gonna end the stream here, and yeah, I might trade a little bit more after, you know, during the power hour, but this is just too slow, and I have a full-time job, so I gotta get to it. And so pandas, I as always, man, if it wasn't for the community, days like this, it would just be terrible, just terrible. But honestly, you guys made it fun. You guys made it fun to have some people to trade with, and to yeah, and some people made money today, which is awesome. And hopefully, just some of the price action reading that I did was a little helpful. But you know, at the end, it's you guys doing it, and you guys are implementing the two-legged pullback. It's maybe better than me. At least for those who made money today, did better than I did today. So, congrats on those people. And so, hey pandas, really enjoy the community here. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and really trade safe, guys. Like don't do anything crazy. And as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow.